Hey there, this is Kelly from SoThatGod.com, and normally this is called the Car Line Devo, but I really don't sit in a car line anymore. School is out for the summer and we are moving back into homeschooling this next fall. So I guess the only car line I would be sitting in is Starbucks. Yep, that's pretty much it. So I guess I'm gonna have to rename this. But it doesn't mean that I don't have devotional thoughts to share with you. We've been spending our summer playing hard in the pool, working hard. We have about an acre of land now that we have to keep up on. So that means a lot of mowing, a lot of weeding. And today's project was, if you can see it behind me, we are stacking the wood. Now before we could stack that wood, we had to create a foundation for it to sit on. So we had to level out the ground, we had to put sand down, stomp it in there, and then we laid bricks. And we filled it in with sand and we made a good firm foundation. And then we've begun stacking our wood for the winter on it. It is hard, dirty, sometimes icky work because there's spiders and slugs and all sorts of gross stuff on the wood. And when we started, the boys were a little whiny about it. Nobody likes to touch a spider or a slug. But as we kept going, I kept trying to motivate them and I didn't let them give up. I once heard a quote that said that as parents, we need to toughen ourselves to the trials of our children. That wasn't quite the quote, but basically the general idea behind it was we need to be willing to let our kids go through tough things for them to grow into be the women and men of God that they were created to be. And that doesn't mean that I just let them do the hard work or go through the hard thing all by themselves. It means that I walk right alongside them as they do it. And I have every step of the way bent over, picked up the heavy thing, had a spider on me, touched the slug. We've done it together. And in the process, what I'm doing is I'm building a foundation in my sons, just like I had to level out the ground and build a firm foundation beneath them, beneath the wood. I have to do that with my kids, and sometimes that means hard work. That means ignoring the whining and the fighting and pushing forward, not without compassion, not without patience, but without giving in and letting them take the easy road. It's so easy to do as parents because it wears us out. We have to work just as hard, if not sometimes twice as hard, to move them through those tough things and those tough lessons. And so this is my encouragement for you today. Don't give up, mom and dad. Don't give in. Walk alongside your kiddos. Do the heavy lifting with them. Build that firm foundation beneath them, and they will grow into the men and women of God that they were created to be. I always tell the boys when they're whining, when I was their age, the rule was at our house, on Saturdays, because everybody went to school and everybody worked during the week, on Saturdays we cleaned the house first, and then we went outside and we did all the yard work. And it wasn't until everything was done that we could play or spend our day relaxing. I whined, I'm sure, a ton, and fussed and cried, and I remember being sent to my room and there being consequences. But my parents didn't give up. They did the tough thing in teaching me how to work hard and work hard with a good attitude. And now I can say as an adult, very humbly, that I don't mind rolling up my sleeves, getting a little dirty and working hard. And that means that translates into how I take care of my family, how I take care of my community, my friends. And we want the same thing for our kids. I want my boys to not be afraid of rolling up their sleeves, getting dirty, and loving the person next to them with the hard work, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual. So dig in deep, walk alongside them, and do the heavy lifting with them, mom and dad. Let's do this with them so that God gets the glory.